Imagine you're huddled in a dimly lit room, the only flicker coming from an old TV screen. And I'm your space-obsessed storyteller, whispering the universe's darkest secrets right into your ear. Not the fairy tale yarns of astronauts floating blissfully among the stars, no. These are the raw, gut-wrenching tragedies where humanity reaches for the cosmos and crashes straight into hell. Today, I'm pulling you through 5 of the blackest chapters in space exploration history, from Vladimir Komarov's heroic doom on Soyuz 1 to the silent horror of Soyuz 11, the thunderous Challenger explosion, Columbia's eerie breakup, and Michael Adams' fateful plunge on the X-15. This isn't some dry textbook lecture, oh no. This is vivid, pulse-pounding storytelling that'll have your heart racing and make you stare at the night sky wondering, are we really ready to conquer the stars? We'll dive deep into every detail, every final whisper, every boneheaded decision by the suits upstairs, and the blood-soaked lessons they left behind. Buckle up, folks, because this ride's gonna chew you to the bone ... and maybe change how you look up forever. Let's kick things off in the scorching 1960s, smack in the heart of the Cold War firestorm. The Soviets and Americans aren't just racing to space, they're locked in a brutal showdown to prove who's the real boss of the free world. Or at least the communist one. For the USSR, every launch is a propaganda nuke, a way to scream in Uncle Sam's face, "We beat you to it." And so, on April 23, 1967, at the desolate Baikonur Cosmodrome in the Kazakh wasteland where the wind howls like damned souls, Vladimir Komarov takes his final steps. Picture it, a 40-year-old Soviet cosmonaut, tall and rugged-faced like a weathered soldier, shuffling through those icy concrete corridors. Each footfall echoes like a death knell. Komarov knows it, he's walking to his grave. Not some heroic blaze of glory end like in Hollywood flicks, but a pathetic, forced smash-up courtesy of the politicians, warming their chairs in the Kremlin. Rewind a bit to set the scene. Soyuz 1 is the flagship of the Soviets' shiny new Soyuz fleet, built to smoke America's Apollo program. It's got a fly first, shine brightest, timed perfectly for Lenin's birthday, and the May Day parade prime slots for the Communist Party to strut their stuff. But behind the glitz, a steaming pile of technical garbage. Pre-flight tests unearthed over 200 lethal glitches. The main parachute system, a tangled nightmare waiting to happen. Attitude control, wobbling like a drunk on ice. Heat shield, glued with bargain bin bombs that could peel off mid-flight. Reports stacked up like storm clouds, red inked numbers screaming warnings. People will die. But the Kremlin, they smirked. Political pressure hit like a rocket blast. Launch now. Win big. Crush the Yanks. No room for second thoughts. Enter Komarov's best buddy, Yuri Gagarin, the first man in space, the living icon of the Soviet dream. He drops to his knees, begging mission planners, don't let Volodya die. Futile. Komarov, with a soldier's heart and unbreakable bromance, steps up, refuse. And Gagarin straps in instead, the nation's golden boy, doomed to this death trap. No chance Komarov lets that slide. He'd rather burn than watch his brother fry. Chills every time I hit that beat, friendship forged in the stars. One man sacrificing to spare the other from the abyss. At 3:35 a.m. Moscow time, Soyuz 1 blasts into the pre-dawn velvet, a fiery streak slicing the dark. Joy last seconds. Boom, one solar panel flat out refuses to deploy, gutting half the power. No sun facing. Batteries drain like sand through fingers. Iron sensors for attitude control go berserk, spinning Soyuz 1 into a cosmic barrel roll through the void. Komarov, crammed in that claustrophobic cockpit, fights tooth and nail. He blasts manual attitude jets, torching precious fuel, just to keep the beast from total chaos. Down on the ground, controllers' faces drain white. Radar screens blare alarms, they're sweating bullets. The docking with Soyuz 2 hauling 3 more souls up the next day gets axed on the spot. No hope left. After 18 orbits of pure hell, where Komarov wrestles survival second by second, command center barks, emergency re-entry now. April 24th, He hand-crankles the ship nose down toward Earth, staking his life on glitchy gear that's already flopped. Starts okay. Heat shield halts, shielding the pod from atmospheric hellfire. But subsonic at 23,000 feet. Catastrophe. Main chute canister jams design flaw flagged months ago. Lines snarl into a useless knot. Zero drag. Backup chute. It twists right into the mess with the drogue, birthing a drag-free disaster. Plummeting at 250 plus mph. Ground listening posts nag his last transmission's curses. That'll curdle your blood. You goddamn engineers. You rotten officials. You've killed me. He roars, clock ticking under a minute. No please, just a betrayed man's thunder. At 7:24 a.m., Soyuz 1 slams Orenburg dirt, carving a crater and igniting leftover fuel in an inferno. The spherical descent pod flattens to a 1-meter metal pancake. Komarov's body, charred beyond recognition, fused to the twisted wreckage. Rescue teams hack 4 hours to pry him free, left with a ghost's remnants. Komarov's end wasn't for nothing. It holds the Soviet space machine. For 18 months, engineers finally greenlit to fix chutes and hundreds of buried bugs politics once gagged. But the toll, a hero, a friend, a life. Ever wonder, if it were you, bail and let Gagarin burn, or launch on a wing and a prayer. First lesson, space forgives no human hubris. Now, flip to a chapter darker for its eerie hush. June 6, 1971, same Baikonur blast site. 3 Soviet cosmonauts, Georgy Dobrovolsky, Vladislav Volkov, and Viktor Patsayev board Soyuz 11. Seasoned space vets, Dobrovolsky commands with captain's call. Volkov engineers like an eagle in flight. Patsayev researches with stargazing wonder. Mission sounds like a cosmic picnic. Docket salutes, one world's first space station for 3 weeks of science, proving humans can hack long-haul zero-G living. No ticking bombs here, right? Also they figured, launch, flawless symphony. 24 hours later, Soyuz 11 mates perfectly with Salute, crowning these 3 as humanity's pioneer orbital squatters. Next 22 days, non-stop grind, stelloscopes for astronomy, zero-G furnaces forging materials, biolabs with seeds and bugs, Earth snaps from orbit. They shatter flight duration records, showing bodies adapt to space's weird isolation. Muscles shrink, bones brittle, but spirits soar. Ground chats, upbeat pro, all good, adding extra experiments. Zero trouble vibes, they crush objectives, beg for more to kill time. Peak space dream 3 guys, joking in the endless black. June 29th, wrap up with virtual applause from below. Seal salute Soyuz hatches. Undock at 21:28 Moscow, time clean split. 40 minutes on, dual-bit burn fires, nosing home to Kazakh planes. Re-entry pairs, service and orbital modules jettison on cue, sealing the trio in their cozy sphere. Heat shield battles the plasma ghost, drogue chute pops at altitude, main follows smooth, soft landers puff pre-touchdown. At 2:17 a.m. 30th of Feather, light step kiss. Rescue choppers circle, ground crews charge with grins, primed to hail record smashers, but hatch cracks, silence. 3 forms belted still, faces blue-shadowed ghosts. No crash scars, no blaze, just death. Autopsies hit hard, suffocation. A pressure equalization valve popped premature in descent, venting cabin air to vacuum. Meant to tweak pressure pre-landing. It failed at 550,000 feet above the Kármán line, space's edge. Depress in 112 seconds, no pressure suits. Lungs rupture inward, consciousness. Gone in 15 to 20 ticks. Hypoxia claims in a minute. Probe pins it. Separation bolt nicked the valve. They perished quiet, maybe mid-chatter on final tests dash. Then ... nothing. No screams, no sirens, just dark. This gut Soyuz line. Valves beefed. Pressure suits mandatory for launch. Re-entry rule stands today. But what hits you? 3 lives, sacrificed for a tiny glitch, while the world cheers heroes. Space is cruelty. Glory means squat to it. Slide over the Iron Curtain to America. NASA's dream wrapped in glossy lights. January 28, 1986. Kennedy Space Center. Florida Challenger hunkers on Pad 39B, 4S, TS-51L, Shuttle's 10th jaunt. 7 aboard. Commander Francis Dick Scobie. Pilot Michael Smith. Mission Specialist Judith Resnick. Ellison Onizuka. Ronald McNair. Payload guy Gregory Jarvis. And Krista McAuliffe New, Hampshire high school teacher. First in NASA's Teacher in Space gig. Envision, McAuliffe, beaming smile and dreams of orbiting lesson plans, set to inspire kids from above. Hundreds watch her fam, her students' sun-kissed morning perfection. Shadows lurk, though. Delays from storms and snags pile pressure from NASA and press. Go already. Night prior. Morton Thiokol engineers booster makers spot tongue plunging to 18 degrees Fahrenheit, way below O-ring rubber test limits. Top dogs Roger Boisterly and Alan McDonald bellow in telemeet. Scrub. Frozen seals won't hold 50 degrees Fahrenheit gases, leak like a torch. Midnight slugfest. NASA waves it off, no hard proof. Thiokol brass, delay phobic, overrides their own. Green lights launch. 11:38 a.m. EST. Challenger roars skyward amid cheers. Mains and solids hum first minute, orbit bound. Then second 59 high-speed cams catch a puff, right boosters lower joint. Chilled O-rings betray bang on prediction. Spewing super hot plasma torching the external tank. Flame swells, severs strut linking booster to tank, gut structure. Second 72 Mach 1.92, 48,000 feet tank ruptures. Liquid hydrogen-oxygen cocktail erupts atomic. Blast spares them instant. Crew compartment. Launcher re-entry armored. Catapults free in doom dark over Atlantic. Emergency O2 auto kicks. Some aware in the drop. Smith's voice crackles. Dawning horror pre-shatter. 2 minutes 45 seconds free fall. 200 miles per hour slams ocean 18 miles offshore. Water impact. Unsurvivable 7 snuffed in a flash. NASA grounds shuttles 32 months. Rogers commission dissects. Boosters redesigned better O-rings. Joint heaters for cold snaps. But the gut punch, McAuliffe symbol of space for all, plus 6 comrades, lost to suit arrogance. Millions of kids glued to TV watch the fireball. Their dreams shatter. Feel that fragility. 1 rubber ring. World flips. Now, another quiet killer. No less savage. Columbia. SDS to 107. January 16, 2003. Back at Kennedy. Columbia lifts with 7. Commander Rick Husband. Pilot Willie McCall. Specialists Kalpana Chawla. India's Space First. David Brown. Laurel Clark. Michael Anderson. Payload Ace Elon Raymond. Israel's pioneer. Pure 16-day science. 80-plus Bay module experiments. Med to physics. No drama, just discovery. 81 seconds up 1,568 miles per hour. 65,000 feet a hefty foam chunk. 1.67 pounds. 21 by 27 inches. Snaps from external tanks by poured ramp. Hammer's left wing leading edge. Cams freeze the felony. NASA engineers review footage. Shrug. Foam sheds routine. No big damage history. Debris team NASA Boeing demands high race spice at or scope pics for wing check. Shuttle bosses nix it. Damage or not. No repair kit. No ISS pit stop. Deadly call. Foam gouges 6 to 10 inch hole in carbon leading edge armor. Next 16 days. Crew clueless. They shift work. Nail every test. Comms chipper. All smooth. February 1st. Re-entry sparks over Pacific. OMS burned orbits at 17,000 miles per hour. Initial plasma wisps. Then inferno. Crew preps Kennedy wheels down. Breach bites back to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. Plasma floods wing. Melts aluminum innards. Left sensors scream heat spikes. Glitches. Crew senses trouble late. 8:59 a.m. EST, 207,000 feet over Texas. Left wing snaps from fuselage. Structural meltdown. Columbia, yours wild. Aero forces rip it apart. Debris rains Texas to Louisiana like lethal meteors. Crew cab pulverized mid-break. 7 vaporized instant. World reels as shards pepper backyards. Probe sparks overhaul. Thermal checks per mission. Orbit repair tools. Pains in the blindness a foam fleck. 7 dreams dust. Chawla, muse 2 millions of girls. Gone unaware. Reminder. Space brooks no complacency. Last, a lesser toll thriller. No less gripping. X-15 Flight 36597. November 15, 1967. Edwards Air Force Base, California. 37-year-old Major Michael J. Adams, test pilot wizard gunning for NASA astronaut slot, climbs into X-15-3's cockpit. This rocket plane beast probes atmosphere space brink above 50 miles, where props quit. Adams is brief, 250,000 feet peak, UV stellar photo test, vacuum reaction control eval. B-52 drops X-15, 45,000 feet over Mojave. Adams lights XL-99 to 57,000 pounds thrust blasting 3,800 miles per hour. Ascent smooth hits 266,000 feet. Space official, dubbing Adams spaceflight's first fatality. But up there, attitude controls glitch. X-15 you're sneaky. Adams misses it. Initial no aero feedback in thin air. Reaction jets falter. Slow burn emergency turns lethal. Descends amshore to spin. Aero controls mock at altitude as speed. Ground radar tracks frenzy. Guides through plasma sheet comms back out. At 200,000 feet. Air thickens control shot. But attack angle cants sideways. At 3,000 miles per hour. Drag surges savage. At 65,000 feet. Mach 3.5. 15 Gs shred airframe. And pilot Adams blacks pre-final snap. Wreck craters near Johannesburg, California. Adams strapped in unfired ejection seat. Probe, adaptive flight controls haywire high up. Uncorrectable yaw. Fallout. High altitude pilot drills homed. Fringe backups bolstered. Adams posthumously winged first earned dying in space. And that's the rap tales that shiver us with human grit and frailty. Love these cosmic chills. Subscribe for more starlit sagas. Drop next video ideas in comments.